Meeting's called to order. All rise and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. John?
Yes, sir.
Kane?
Commissioner Montoya.
Here.
Commissioner Vice Chair Scott. Commissioner Mayers. Commissioner Burton.
Here.
Commissioner Bacon.
Here.
Chairman Metcalf.
Present.
We have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes of August the 6th?
I'll make a motion to approve minutes of August 6, 20.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Minutes is approved. I need a motion to adjourn to executive session.
I'll make a motion to adjourn to an executive session.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and approved, seconded to adjourn to a executive session. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
So they're going to adjourn to executive session for a few minutes, and then we'll be back out, okay? Just so you know.
He'd come in smelling so bad. My mom would complain, and he says, "Like money to me." It didn't seem like work. It really didn't. Until one pig decided to go to the trailer. And Daddy hollered, "You put a bucket on that pig's head, grab by the tail." You're not really many people to know that. I was not. I still remember that because every animal. Is that right? Yes. I know, I'm scared of him. Your dad's just gonna behave.
Shows you how to behave yourself. You never quit, did you, Tom?
I know how to do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I see him coming up behind me with a bucket, I know to run.
I remember when the purple spray first did get into the.
See, I don't remember the spray, I just remember dipping it
Yeah.
with the brush.
Yeah. See that brush? Yeah. You have to take that on there. Oh, it was for cool days when it came out. In the spring. You loaded my big one time.
You did 4-H, yeah.
No. Oh, about who had to the last. They didn't really allow us to do it. So, no, but it was all right. This was livelier. But I had a pet ticket, and everybody would take her up to the new park. And all the way to the front. And I can remember sitting there on the wheel of that trailer, just running. Fun. Well, no, because. Yeah, I love that. Oh, I can tell it 8 years ago.
Like my brother.
It made me sad. I wrote it.
You didn't wait till you went to school to do it?
No. We had a whole set of.
We'll do a company of trees.
And I was like, yep.
Kim's gonna post this.
That's when they had the colony. And the one guy that had the donkey and the up by the well. And so we go out there and we see.
Yeah.
I don't remember the guy's name. Don't tell me what to do. And I go up there, he didn't, I don't know if we could talk. But we just sat there next to each other with our feet in that old front porch. And we just sat there. And Mama would get to looking for me. So she'd come up there, we sat there right next to each other to the farm. And, he got mad again, he got way too sick. Yeah, and he's just a nice, big guy. But he, maybe over, we just. Where do you live now? All the other girls were, somebody was in town.
Neighborhood like right to the right of Walmart. They're brands. Like Gary Road. Yeah, you go around and go to the street on the right, it's Berkeley. Right at the same time down there.
His dad on coat. That would be cute.
That's one thing we didn't have, goats.
If they're here.
He actually goat in the flag. Great. My dad. That's when he was a little boy.
Yeah.
So, he goes up to that. bring that goat right in my house, and we'll come eat. They got a little, oh, okay, so he takes it out nonstop. So my dad, being,
He grew up in Brooklyn.
New York, and not knowing that much, he always wanted to be, happy. He goes, Daddy brings it up, my dad goes, oh, so he didn't know what really to do with his goat, so he went and tied it up at the Coolidge one. And so the goat was out there because they eventually put it over near the jungle gym and monkey bars, so we couldn't get anywhere over it. The goat kept coming out, just trying to bug us, so my dad took it over and tied it up. That's why. Clothesline, so, so then my mom was there one day, and she was out there, she was hanging laundry. He bent over to take it out, and that goat came up, little kid, so she just got up, she went to the hospital, and she called my dad. No, or just be nice, and you go, to go to me. And he said, I'll have somebody come out here.
Read what the top thing says.
Yeah, he said, we're square, let's go get the goat. The guy, that's what.
I think every proper lady should have a goat one time in their life. I do love goats, they make me laugh. But don't push it, don't push their heads, that means game on. We had an old goat. And she had gotten out into the yard, she was just working with him in the yard. But she was wanting to play. And he had the leaf blower. And so he leaned up the leaf blower and did that, and when she came out, he was scared him to death.
Oh, they're scared to step. Leaf blower got turned off and I was running.
He said, that goat, you gotta go get that goat, put it back. I just went out there and got him, hey, come on. He goes, she won't do that for me. Oh, yeah. Don't push their heads because that just means game on. No, she just.
Yeah.
They don't like it when you come in.
You bet.
I feel like I'm on my own little island.
Old business. School quiz D 25-0611. A rezoning application requested for approximately 29.05 acres of land currently in the Ag zoning district to be rezoned to a garden industrial zoning district. As located about 1/4 of a mile east of the southeast intersection corner of State Highway 87 and East Randolph Road, as submitted by Rick Miller of Land 2 Plan, LLC, on behalf of Neil and Felice Brooks with Growers Market Incorporated. APN number 401-21079C. Public hearing, discussion, and action. You got anything you want to say, Phil, before I go to the public?
I was just going to re-summarize the
Okay, go ahead
basic
and
maps real
re-summarize.
fast here. Once again, this is the location in the general area of this portion of Coolidge, Highway 87, Randolph Road here. Just to put into the record, The land use of which the proposal sits upon and is to the north, south, and west is the industrial and manufacturing. To the east is agriculture. Our zoning, which is where I'll leave the map here, is designated as presently agriculture, as is to the north and to the east. Industrial is located generally to the south and a little bit to the west as well. So we know this topic. We were discussing it within the staff report from last month and this month. It provides a one-paragraph summary on the second page of what the proposal is, very specific, very clear, and a notation about the major site plan element that the applicant would need to come back and put before this body. So with that quick summary, the applicant is here and can add any additional information, or if you would have them come up and we can have our further discussion and ask questions and answer from there.
Or we can not have him come up and call to the public.
That would be fine too.
Okay, I think I'll just call to the public. Okay. I'm going to open the meeting to the public. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name, address, and you have 3 minutes, and we will be timing.
Good evening. My name is Gussie Taylor. I live at 529 West Verde Lane in Coolidge, Arizona. I spent my early days in Randolph. My dad, he was a deacon at the St. Paul Church in Randolph, where we attended church every night there, every night of the week. We was there in Randolph. At age 11, while my parents were in the process of a divorce, I lived with my mother a short time in Randolph. I'm familiar with all the families and their relatives that lived there. Many of them were also members of the Randolph Church. Past history indicates that more than one industry was allowed to operate in the area, causing much harm and health issues to a working-class, tax-paying minority culture. Many families moved away, even though it was obvious the damage existed already. The industries were allowed to shut down with no accountability. There was no representation nor compensation to the affected families. Even today, generations later, I can see their children and grandchildren that lived in that era continue to suffer with the ongoing health problems. You may recall in history, the community of Tulsa, Oklahoma was destroyed in one act. Randolph has been targeted many times, and now industry is seeking permission once again to come in, cause harm to the health of the residents of the community of Randolph. The residents of Randolph is making every effort to restore and rebuild its community. Please allow them the opportunity to leave a legacy for their upcoming generations. Please do not authorize this rezoning. Do not approve this rezoning request. I stand here on behalf of the community of Randolph. I see the children. I know it takes a while when you're exposed, and you can see them now. There's funeral after funeral, and I know nobody checked it, nobody made the connection, but every one of them lived in Randolph during that era, and I know it's because of what they was exposed to during that time. Thank you.
Anyone else? You want to speak? Okay. I won't time you.
I just wanted to thank the members of the committee. We're actually looking at doing a community garden for the town of Randolph. We already met with them. And any issues that come up are not going to be handled in zoning. They're going to be handled in site planning. And our proposal is going to be to completely enclose. I'm just giving you a vision of it. It's really not necessary now, but we made mistakes when we started. I was out with heart surgery. we've since been very, very vigilant in following the city's directive. They've been great to work with. We're gonna propose that we put up a 10-foot structure, even higher than that if they'll allow it, and completely contain our composting operation, which will be limited to 15-20% max. Basically, you're gonna have 20 acres of trees. So we're gonna bring in a bunch of fresh air, and we're gonna provide employment. And we've tried employing the local people. One guy didn't work out real well, but we're open that again. We've also been donating produce from another farm we own every Monday to the town of Randolph. So we're very sensitive to them. I just got a call this week from a gentleman, that's the Tiger Mountain Foundation. And I don't know how he was referred to me, but they want to build a 1 acre garden. And we'll donate not only the land, but the transplants and help them. We don't want to do all the work. We need some community involvement. But this is about zoning. We're even surrounded. That little cutout is the natural gas guys. We couldn't even work 3 days this week because they're making so much noise. I wish I could give you the hissing sound. It's like a shh that goes 24/7. So what we're actually going to be is a very beautiful buffer. Again, a small composting operation. You have to compost more when you start because we've got to fill 28 acres with trees, 36-inch box trees. It takes a whole lot of soil. So number one is make the soil. And we've been real close contact with the city. We've removed 70% of what was on the site. What we have left now is hardly enough to take care of what we want and to supply organic compost for the garden we're proposing.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me, anybody?
Anybody have any questions for him?
That's really why I wanted to.
Okay.
Who did you speak with at the town of Randolph?
I spoke with the attorney. I can't remember her name. My memory's been terrible lately. But then we met, we went to lunch together, the two of us. It was three of us, actually.
And
My memory's not terrific after.
And do you know what time frame this was when you met with your attorney or their attorney?
Oh, it was, they called me because I think it's about, my guess about 5 months ago is when we started. We've met since then too.
Okay.
Community Garden, Tiger Mountain Foundation just was in the last week. We proposed to her the idea of a community garden, and I was waiting for them to get back to it. She had to go to their board and everything.
Is that with Pinal County or?
No, Tiger Mountain it goes into South Phoenix and depressed areas and puts in community gardens. So we had always proposed about an acre garden, and I said we would donate the land and the transplants and the compost because we're organic.
They're out of Phoenix, the Tiger Mountain is?
Tiger Mountain is out of Phoenix, yeah.
Okay,
But
and
they
they're gonna
approached
come
me.
down here and help.
They want to do it with the town, or the entity is with Randolph, which is real exciting. And as I said, for about 8 or 9 weeks in a row, we were donating produce every Monday, and they'd come pick it up, whatever we had left over. So, and I've got a whole stack of recommendations I'd love to share with you because I think when you understand who I am, I'd love to, can I bring them up and show you?
Well,
If you want them, see them?
this is just about the land.
You got it, it's about zoning, you're right.
Let's take care of this
You're
and
right,
then
you're right.
we'll go from there,
Okay.
okay?
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Okay, you bet.
Hi, Penny.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good. My name is Penny Bagnall. I live at 7443 South Sunshine Boulevard, Coolidge, Arizona. I've lived in this community since 1964. My husband was born and raised here. Living out in the country the way I did, Randolph, even though we're 5 miles apart, we're still neighbors because we're country people. We rode the bus together. Over the years, I've gone to many meetings of industries promising this and that to the citizens of Randolph. Nobody held their feet to the fire with those promises until they got an attorney that was willing to stand up for them. They went against SRP. SRP had to do what they had promised. They can do that again. From the news articles I've read, this owner is a rule breaker, in my opinion. It's more of it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. That's why he got run out of Levine. I have a timeline here that I can certainly share with you. This is not good for our community. Do we have the manpower to constantly police the rule breaking? That's going to cost the city money. If we change this zoning, it's going to open us up to a lot of debt for our city because we're going to have to be out there checking on this guy all the time. He can promise all the good in the world, but who's going to hold his feet to the fire? We've just got to make this stop. We've got to have our citizens treated with respect. Just because we live in Coolidge, we are not stupid. We are educated, humble, kind people that will stand up for each other. And if the city doesn't have time to police it, guess what? The citizens will, and will be calling you. If you want to deal with that, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. I urge you to please, before you allow this zoning change, do your homework. Read the news articles. Thank you.
Anybody else? Public session's closed. I need a motion.
I motion that we deny Cool PZ. Let's see, which one is it? 250611.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to deny. It takes everybody on the board to vote yes to pass it.
If it's just a quorum, you need 3, so one more person would have to agree.
Okay. 3 people have to vote yes. Okay. All in favor of denying the petition, vote yes, vote aye.
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 All opposed, aye.
Roll call vote. Commissioner Montoya?
Aye for deny.
Commissioner Bernstein?
Aye for the deny.
Commissioner Bacon?
Aye for denial.
Chairman Metcalf?
Aye for passing. For approving.
So a nay for denial. All right, motion passes.
Cool PZ.
Thank you.
2506-11 is denied. New business. Cool PZ 25-07-14, a conditional use permit requested by Corey Hansen of Coolidge Automotive Repair LLC for an automotive repair establishment located in the General Services C3 zoning district, addressed as 640 North Arizona Boulevard in Coolidge, Arizona, with APN number 204-07-0480, comprised of property that is 150 feet by 120 feet on .41 acres. Phil?
Mr. Chairman, members of the Planning and Zoning Commission, this is a conditional use permit. We've had these before. There was a site plan element to it, but this is concerning the use of the condition for the automotive repair establishment by Coolidge Auto Repair. As you can see, the subject location here, Arizona Boulevard, Kenworthy Avenue fronting it. Since we're talking about the avenue locations here, I'd like to note into the record that after the report went out, we did have several correspondence with a adjacent property owner across the boulevard here, Ken Bolin. Couple of communications. He was just wanting to double check a few things with regard to the location as a former Planning and Zoning Commission member, as a local business person here in the real estate community. And we discussed with him and shared other detail that is in its entirety covered by the report and by the site plan. So I just wanted to read that into the record, that we'd had that correspondence as we would normally sometimes incorporate it if we'd had it beforehand. So therefore, it's into the record. So as we proceed onto our general plan exhibit here, you can see both sides of the boulevard here have got a downtown core land use. On either side of those areas is our urban neighborhood corridor area. Coming to our zoning here, you will see the sort of lighter blue here, which is our C3 General Services designation. The darker one right across the way is C2. On the backside and the lower portion of the site are the R1 zoning district. So some of you may be familiar with the site. If not, here are some photographs to help get oriented with it. A couple things to call out. The feature here of the pipe fencing and the gabion baskets, that was part of a community outreach. Some other properties up and down the boulevard were improved, beautified as an element with that. That will be luckily staying in place because that is a higher level amenity. So what we have here is looking at the site generally south from Kenworthy Avenue. You can see the maneuvering area, the building itself. This is the trash enclosure. As we move back down towards North Kenworthy Avenue, looking generally to the southeast, you can see the back side of the property here. There's a little bit of open space here between the building and the fence line. And on the other side here, which you can see as we come back to North Arizona Boulevard, looking generally to the west, this open space area here, the garages, and then the maneuvering area here. Before we go to the site plan, I'd just like to point out that in these areas, the applicant will eventually use some of this as storage, as noted within the report and also within the development code, the zoning code. They will be required to do some screening. We will be working with them at that time. Being an existing use, this would not be a major site plan. That comes back before the Planning and Zoning Commission, but we, as your administrative staff, will work with them on all the other requirements, such as the screening for when they do that later phase of elements. So on our site plan here, what we essentially have is a lot of dimensioning, but this is an important thing to know, so I'll just kind of stroke the basics here. Here's our building location, the handicap accessible stall, which is meeting the dimensional requirements for van accessible use in this location here is provided in this location. The parking spaces, which will be striped at a later time, will be the required 10-foot width. Their total requirement is 8. They are providing 9 for the standard parking spaces. Accessible is required 1, provided is the 1. And just kind of rounding it out, you can see the general access area coming off of North Kenworthy, that onto and off of North Arizona Boulevard. Once again, the feature of the gabion baskets and the pipe fencing staying where they are, and the maneuvering area for the travel lanes here are adequate for their on-site usage, or if we would have a fire truck that would need to go through there. So those meet all the requirements for those types of things. Aside of that, that's the basic nuts and bolts. The applicant is here and can answer any questions that you might have or add to the detail that I just provided. So, Mr. Chair, if you might want to invite them.
Before you go, Bill.
Yeah.
This is behind the existing building, or is the existing building going to be part of it?
Behind the existing building?
Oh, beside it?
No, it's the same building.
The boxing club's gone.
Yeah, the boxing club is actually still in town, and they're actually relocating onto Main.
Okay.
In fact, they're out there making improvements right now as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah. So once again, the applicant is here if you would like to have them approach the podium.
Anybody want to come to the microphone? The applicant? No? Okay. Okay.
Chairman, this was a public hearing, so if you can close the public hearing if nobody's going to speak, just so we can put that in our
I
minutes.
haven't opened it yet.
Oh, okay.
I was
thought
going
that's
to
what
give
you were
the
doing.
applicant a chance to speak before I opened it to the public.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm going to open the meeting to the public hearing. Anybody from the public want to come speak? Nobody's coming. I'm going to close the public hearing. I need a motion.
I'll make
Unless you have some questions.
no.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve Cool PZ 25-07-14 and Resolution 25-05.
Okay?
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve Cool PZ 250714. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay.
Bang the gavel any harder, I might lose what's left of my hearing.
I didn't bang it hard.
I mean, I'm already deaf.
Okay. Reports from the chairman and director.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for coming tonight. Lots of exciting news for Coolidge. We're starting a large grant program. We got our grants from the FAA, so we're starting a large the apron and taxiway C. That's kicking off. Had some better news. The state is also kicking in their portion, half the city's share. So that's really great. It's a $2.8 million project, and it's costing the city about I think we're right in about $58,000. So that's a pretty good deal. A lot of construction going on. We're still working with issuing building permits, which is nice. Working with Arizona Water Company pretty closely on all these projects to make sure they come in on time, and we know where we stand with the water situation. That's always really good. Phil, do you have anything to add?
Not at this time.
Nope.
Okay.
That's all we have.
Anybody else have anything? Nope. Need a motion.
Yep. But
Oh. Sorry.
That's okay.
I just called a while ago and nobody wanted to come up.
I understand.
Anybody from the public want to come speak? Nope. I'm going to close the call to the public. Motion, make your motion again, Phil.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?